Happy Sunday, everybody. It feels really weird it's Sunday since I thought all yesterday was a Sunday, but I'm done with work for today. I am really trying hard to catch up on my to-do list. I feel like I've kind of slacked the last couple days, so we're gonna focus. I'm already in great shape, but I'm gonna cut myself off here so I can get back to the groove I was in. Okay, so this night has gotten a little weird. Duncan got home from work and we were talking about our work days, and then we were talking about all the crazy people that we dealt with today, and then Duncan's mom came home and told us a story that trumped all of the craziness we dealt with today. Now I'm going to give you a little heads up. We're going to tell you a story about what happened to her at work. We're going to follow it up by maybe stories that have happened to us while we've been working with the general public. I'm hoping not to have this get really ranty, but no promises, because I am just stopping being raging mad 3 hours later after she told us what happened. So anyway, Duncan's mom works in custodial at Animal Kingdom, and she was cleaning garbages, doing custodial things, and a woman stormed off Flight of Passage, and we're unclear-ish why she was storming off the ride, because it was not a show dump. So we're piecing together that we think that the cast member that was loading the guests onto the ride, onto the link chairs, told this guest that she could not ride because of improper face covering. Because when she stormed out, she was wearing a gaiter, which is a unapproved face covering at Disney right now. So his mom said when she was storming out, she could tell that she was raging mad about something. As she was coming out of the room, the attractions cast member that was sitting there by the glass, what do you call it?
The glasses returned.
Yeah. Started to say something to the woman about
her
mask. And the guest says, "I don't care," and physically pushes both Duncan's mom and this other cast member. There were witnesses. I guess the other cast member chased the woman down so that security could be called, etc., etc. That's not cool, people. Listen, regardless of what your view is on mask wearing, and I'm speaking for myself, I hate masks. I wish we didn't have to wear them. I wish this wasn't a thing. I'm also a rule follower, so if somebody is requesting me to wear a mask wherever that is, I'm gonna do it. I hate it, but I'm gonna do it. I understand why we have to do it. But my thing has been, since this whole thing started, is people in customer service, most of the time, the first person you're talking to had very little to do with any decision that was put in place. And honestly, even if you go up a step to a manager, they probably didn't have anything to do with the decision either. I'm just being real. So we don't totally know what happened to this lady. We know that she got escorted to guest relations by security. We hear that she kind of went off on guest relations and refused to leave, and then
was removed,
and we think she was trespassed. We don't really know. I personally don't think that's enough. You hear so many stories about not even just cast members at Walt Disney World, but like places, restaurants and stores. And we just saw a video of some guy going off on a whole team of people at Walmart about wearing a mask. It really leaves me speechless. Listen, we've worked in customer service almost our entire careers, and nothing surprises me, honestly. But I just don't understand why it happens at all. But even more so, I'm so confused why people aren't giving more grace and forgiveness in a pandemic. And even beyond that, like, I've had stuff happen to me before. I've had burgers, fries, pepper shakers all thrown at me before. I wish I would have been more clear-headed then, but I was younger, and I would have probably pressed charges then had I realized, like, how not okay that was. But sometimes you just want to get rid of the person and move on with their day, right? You say, I need a break. You talk about what you've been dealing with.
I mean, mask rage is a thing. But, you know, as someone who's in a frontline spot dealing with people about masks, I didn't make the decision. I just have to enforce it. And honestly, in most of your places, there's a mask mandate that's from the state or your county or whoever that I have to enforce, that we have to enforce as a frontline person. I didn't make it. And you can be frustrated. That's fine. You can think it's stupid. That's fine. But if you come into a place of business and they request that you wear a mask, shouting at a 16-year-old host at a restaurant isn't going to change it. No. Shouting at the manager isn't going to change it. Trying to walk to your table like this,
stop it,
is not wearing a mask.
God.
It doesn't replace it. And shouting about how I'm illegally refusing to serve you in a private business isn't going to solve anything either.
And honestly, what this really comes down to is, like, verbal assault's still not okay, but this woman physically pushed
multiple people.
And I mean, really, they weren't even the ones that made her mad. You know, the attractions cast member did start to open her mouth to say something about the gator, but his mom was just changing a trash can. Wrong place, wrong time, but physical assault? Seriously? On what planet did you think that was okay?
Mm-hmm.
Verbal assault's not okay either. But you pushed somebody over 60 years old and a 20-year-old. Winning? Like, what the heck? Bet that makes you feel good. I wish there was more we could do. I really think that she needs to be made an example out of. People need to realize this behavior is not okay. My thing is, yeah, she's banned from Disney, maybe. We don't even know. But, like, what if that was her last time ever going to Disney ever? We don't know. We can only assume she's local or, I don't know. We really don't know. Just, like, you know, this is just one example of things that are happening. Like, I know I had a friend working on Main Street in Magic Kingdom, and if you know anything about the poor cast members that have to do parade control, it's chaos. But if you didn't know, you have to leave like spaces for performers to have to maybe emergency exit just in case something happens. And a lot of people see, ooh, open spot, let me sit there or stand there. And I had a cast member, a friend, tell somebody they couldn't stand there. And finally, the lady, like, my friend's really small. Big lady, belly bumped her. She fell and hit the ground. Luckily, there was an undercover security officer right there, and they went away. But that stuff happens even pre-pandemic. And the crazy thing is, to me, this mask rage, it's all to keep everybody safe. It's just not cool. And that whole thing and me thinking about all these other things that have happened just totally ruined my focus tonight. So I just had to share. That's really all I got.
Long story short, don't touch anybody.
I guess they said that if she would have at least been apologetic, they would have just kicked her out
for the day.
But she refused to leave, so.
And even then, like, she put hands on people.
We don't really know. This is all like secondhand,
third-hand information on that. To me, like,
if you touched somebody that worked with me, get out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how bad the place needs money. Get out. But again, we don't know that for sure. But that's all we got for now. Be nice. Wear a mask.
Be polite. It wasn't their choice.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's like a whole separate rant, and I won't get started. But yes, like, in summary, if you're annoyed by masks, I get it. I am too. But do not go off on people in any place of service, because most of the time, especially if it's a corporately owned place, no one that made those decisions are in that building. Just a reminder.
The end.
The end. Hello there. Sunday is over.
Sunday's over.
Tomorrow's Monday.
Wow.
But we're off Tuesday.
Yeah, it's like Friday. Monday is like Friday.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Huh. Yes. Everyone needs deadlines.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming to the show! What did he say?